Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and I am on a financial health journey to create an inheritance for the generations to come, and I want to do that through consistency and discipline. Today I'm here to do a budget closeout for the last paycheck that I received in November, and it covered time period of 11/17 through 11/30. You might notice a couple of little changes here. I don't know how little they are. Well, it is little in the sense of I have moved from my iPad 7th generation to an iPad mini. This was my birthday present, Christmas, and Sally Mae breakup present all together to myself. To purchase this. It's the Mini 6. It looks like the Mini 7 will be coming out pretty soon, so I got it at a great rate. I did do it the cheapest way possible, so 64 gig memory as opposed to the 256, which brought the price down tremendously. And then I'm doing Wi-Fi only, not cellular. I don't plan on connecting this to any type of plan to have cellular service. So, and I didn't have that with the 7th generation either. So that was cheaper as well. So, but with that, I have had to make some decisions around my planning for next year. So if you looked at my previous video, you know I've been looking at two different planners, purchased two different planners around the Thanksgiving time frame. The Breezy organization one that I actually showed kind of what that looks like in my last video, my budget with me that I did for the first paycheck that I'm going to receive in December, and another one which is from DGPDesignsCo. It's made by Chaffney Nicole, and she has a YouTube channel, and that's how I found out about her. And I actually think I'm going to end up going with her design because while I like the financial page from the Breezy or Breezy organization one better, and it seemed to fit my needs better overall with a digital planner look, the DGP design is definitely the one that frames much better in the mini iPad now that I've purchased this one. So this is the look of the DGP. You'll notice you have your tabs at the top and at the bottom, and also on the sides as well. But the look and the feel of it is definitely a lot better for me. And so I am thinking I'm going to go with that. So I'm trying it out with December right now, and it looks like it's going to work. But I say that to say, I know I talked through showing a couple of different finance pages for the paychecks that I'll have coming in December. It is a magic month for me. But actually, after I moved to this mini iPad, the DGP is easier for me to work through or work with. So I think that's the way that I am going to go. So there you go. Just a quick little plug. I don't think I'll do anything around the digital planner and flip through or anything like that. But I did just want to note that I'll be using her design and for the finance pages as well. And I'm going to kind of give up all of the ones that I created, and I'm going to try and work through hers. And so I'll be going through a few of the growing pains of that over the weeks to come. But it's all good. That is, I think overall it's going to work to my benefit. So there you go. Let us go back here. Okay. So it's definitely a little bit of a smaller view. I'll plug or I'll zoom in as much as I can where I can, but I'm trying to pay attention to both the camera and the view here just to see which one will work best. And then, nope, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so paycheck budget 11/17 through 11/30. Anything in green is good. Anything in red is bad. In the sense of I may have spent money that I wasn't anticipating spending. Green is good where I might have spent less than I anticipated spending, etc. So we'll work through with that. When you look here at the pay amounts, as far as the income is concerned, for bills account, wanted to budget for $13.75. I actually ended up having $1,500 to kind of go to that account. Variable account came in at 1,000, and then I had a little bit more for rollover. So I came in over budget as far as how much I received, which is a good thing, and that's why it's in green. I have all of my sinking funds came in as expected. Now this number, $350, that I was able to give per paycheck, that number is going to start to change as we go into the new year, because I will be getting less money in as far as income is concerned. I've already had to make one adjustment now that my oldest daughter still isn't working yet to the point where she can provide money. She is getting money and doing some hustles and that kind of stuff, and home health care and that kind of thing, but I'm not taxing her with paying me any money, of course. So this is going to take another hit probably at the beginning of the year, after taking a hit a couple of months ago. And then for savings, we have around 125. I did not mark this in green because I gave $1 less, but that was just because the bank was being weird and I couldn't get any ones. So that's the only reason why there's $1 less here. And so with that said, all of the money was allocated the way that I expected it to. I just gave a little bit less to the saving challenges. And then for variable expenses, I went ahead and just marked that I'm spending the whole $320. I am working on my budget. I plan on doing a weekly check-in as far as my variable expenses are concerned and posting that video over the weekend. It'll cover 2 weeks because I didn't do anything the weekend of Thanksgiving. I was with family and celebrating and having a great time. I did track, but I did not record any videos, so I'm going to have to record a video for both of those weeks combined together. So I'll do that, but I went ahead and marked that I'm going to spend the entire $320. I actually came in way under budget for week 2. I was close on week 1. You see 308 versus 320. So I did have a little bit of savings there, which wasn't bad. And but I did not spend $320 this past week. In fact, I have a few more no spend days for this week, which is great because I didn't have any no spend days while I was home in South Carolina. So the extra money that's in there, I'm going to pull that out of the account at some point today. And that will get my variable expense down to that 0 amount in time for the paycheck that I'll receive on tomorrow. And I'm going to use that money towards my family sinking fund envelope or binder that I just started. So that's why I went ahead and marked that as 320, because all of that money is going to be spent. It just wasn't spent on expenses. Here we've got our fixed expenses up here. Tithes done. Gym, OneDrive, all of that came in as expected. If you see it highlighted, it came in as expected. As of this morning, Thursday morning, November the 30th, they're not taking out the Apple Music, so I marked that as 0. I did not do that as a savings because that really is going to have to go roll over to the next paycheck period because it should be coming out in a couple of days. Public Invest. That one hasn't come out yet, so I marked it as 0, but I still need to have that money there, so I didn't mark it as green. But I did mark here, so I got Apple Care for the mini pad, and I made the first monthly payment. That came in at $4. It is really going to be a bill, so I don't have it in my variable expenses because this will be a fixed expense, something I plan to pay every month. I am leaving the Apple Care on the 7th generation iPad that I have. I'm actually giving that to my daughter as a Christmas gift. So she will have that too. So I need to keep both of those. So I will have Apple Care showing twice going forward on my monthly expenses as I'm going through that budget. So that's just an FYI. And I really should have marked all of this as red because they were not expected expenses. So that was the first one. And then the second, I checked this morning my account because I want to make sure I'm reconciling, or the amount that it shows that's in my bills account is actually what I have. And I checked and Ring has already come out. I wasn't expecting that to come out until tomorrow, but it came out today. So I went ahead and documented it here. Although I do have it marked in red, it's not that it's an extra expense. It'll be one less thing that I have to worry about paying out of the December 1st paycheck, but it is coming out if this check and it wasn't initially accounted for. So that's why I marked it in red. All right. Rooms to Go, I did make the regular payment for Rooms to Go at $168. And I went ahead and did a debt consolidation. So I'll be talking about that in a video next week around my debt consolidation, my monthly debt update, and then what the plan going forward is going to be. So we will see Rooms to Go one more time. I think there were some, I don't think it's interest charges, but I don't think I paid the right amount. I noticed that it still shows I owe $31.89 or $32, somewhere up in there. So you may see it on my monthly expenses for the next check that I received December 15th, not December 1st, but December 15th. You may still see it there for a small fee or a small amount, but just know the bulk of that has been rolled over into my Discover card at 0% interest for me to go ahead and pay off. And then Car Note came out, Green Sky and Kohl's. Kohl's came in a little bit less than I anticipated. So let me go ahead and add those up. And I did not add up the top, so I need to do that too. So 851. There, and then let's go here and add that 25 to 102, 715 for the mortgage, 410 is 858. So that is we'll mark that in green. That is less than what I anticipated paying for that one. And this is 851, so we'll mark that in green, less than I anticipated paying for that one as well. All right, so let's add up all of the numbers together and see where we are. So actual for income is 3, what is that, 008, minus savings 124, minus 350. For sinking funds, 628, variable expenses, 858 for, what's that, fixed expenses, and then 851. So here's a place where my little birdie gonna have to move out of the way. Let's move her out of the way. All right, so those are my numbers there. So 308 minus 124 minus 350 minus 628 minus 858 minus 851 equals $197. And we'll mark that in green, as that should be the amount that I have to roll over. Now, I did check my account, and I have the bills account. Sorry, my light keeps moving. Sorry about that. I have $197 here. I did check my bills account, and I had $216 left. So if we take in $197, and we know we have the 24 public invest. Let's go here. So remember, I have the public invest and the Apple Music. So 20 for the public invest plus the 12 for Apple Music is 229. So I have 216 in the account, not 229. And so that means I've got to find $13 somewhere. I have spent $13 and I do not have that accounted for. And I got to figure out where that is. But that's not too bad. It's not quite to a zero-based budget, but I am pretty close. And so that may just be some overage because, as you notice here, I don't do change at all. Maybe I rounded down when I should have rounded up or something to that effect. So I'm not off by a lot, but I do have 216 in that account. I show that I should have 197 left over based on this budget, which is cool, but I need to make sure I have this public invest in Apple Music. I think I'm doing that right? So if I put 0 here for those, I still need to account for those two amounts, shouldn't I? Oh, you guys help me out. So maybe I did that wrong. So if it's 0 for Apple Music and 0 for public invest, I'm saying that I did not spend that money, so it should still be there. So maybe I'm good. Maybe it's showing total the 197 is accounting for still having that money in the account. I have $216. So 216 minus 197 equals. So I have $19 more than what I should. I'm not 13 short. I'm 19 in the positive. Did I do that right? I think I did that right. I put zeros here. I put zeros here, which means I did not automatically take those out. So if I would have marked 12 there and I would have marked 20 here, this would have been higher, which means there would have been less left over. So I think I'm right. So I think I was doing a little bit too much mathing earlier. So I have 197. That accounts for the Apple Music and the Public Invest still being in the account. And this shows I should have 197. I actually have 216. So that means I am $19 in the positive, and that's a good thing. Okay, I think I did that right. If you guys see a problem with my math and it's not mathing, just let me know. Outside of that, I am going to end this video, and hopefully that's a positive note there. Okay, thanks to everybody who likes or comments and especially subscribes to my channel. I appreciate it. I truly have this as a way for me to hold myself accountable and truly make sure that I stay on track. But I do understand, recognize, and appreciate the community at large. You know, we all have different ways that we've gotten here. We've got different ways that we want to attack this debt. But the community overall, you guys understand what I'm going through, and I understand what you guys are going through. So anybody who's decided to take this journey with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a good one.